Greg Powers, Dave Campbell's Texas football, and I'm joined out here with the number one player in the state, Dakorien Moore. What's it like to hear that?
Since I was little, I've been waiting for something like this since I was really little. Just thinking about it, seeing all the great athletes that's in the league now do it before me, I had to do it myself.
Plays for the number one team in the state. It probably sounds better to hear that.
Definitely, we've been working on that for I don't know how long since I got here. To be honest, when I first got to Duncanville, I didn't even know who they was. Man, they had to introduce me to everything, and I knew it was the perfect place for me, and it's just been go mode ever since.
What was so special about last year's team, and how do you guys capture it again?
That team, that was the team that was hurt the most. You know, that first year when we had lost that state championship, when we came back, we already knew what time it was. We was on lockdown. That whole year, we were so focused, and our mindset was on a different level that year. So when we came into that game, it was just a whole different type of energy we put on the field.
You don't hear number one player, number one team without a whole lot of hard work that's going on off of the field. You're out here training today. Every time I turn around, I see you outside training somewhere, doing some work. What's it mean to you to start to reap the benefits of that? I know that it's cool to have offers. I know that it's cool to have all these schools coming after you, but it's got to be something inside you that makes you feel special.
Yeah, for football, that's just the way I relieve my stress. To be honest, when I'm not doing nothing, I go play football. For some reason, if I'm not doing nothing, I'm going to touch a football. Even if I'm laying in my bed, I just got to touch a football. That's what I build myself around. It's just, I love the game too. And I love just the feeling of me holding the football in my hand. It's just something unreal.
I picked you as the number one player in our rankings. And here's why. I don't want this to go to your head or anything like that, but here's why. When I watched you play on tape, it wasn't about the catches that you made. It was about the plays that you had that you didn't get the ball when you're blocking. It seems like you attack the game with an aggressive mindset. So in general, that seems like how Duncanville played last year. Is that what we can expect coming back?
Definitely. The little things matter. Just getting our whole team in the end zone. That first year, we was big on it, but we didn't execute as much as we did the second year. We was pushing for it that second year. We watched the film and we seen the little mistakes that we didn't do, and we put it to the test, and it just so happened to be what we needed, and we got it done.
A lot of scholarships. How many are you up to?
30, I'm going to say 36. I think 36.
36 scholarships. I'd be here all week if we were talking about all those schools because you'd be breaking them all down for me. I'm going to pick a few schools out and just ask you about them specifically. Okay. I'm going to start in the Pacific Northwest because it seems like a school that's been on you for a long time, taking some trips up there even though it's far away from home. And they're moving to the Big Ten now, and big news this week. It's like big news in college football. That's Oregon. What keeps the Ducks in it?
When I went down there, they welcomed me with open arms, man. They showed me a lot of love. Coach Adams, he a real chill dude. You know, I like his vibe. I like what he do with his receivers. You know, I feel like I could trust him with my body and just with everything that he put into me, his effort and everything.
Texas is a school that's in state, so I got to ask about the Longhorns. Coach Jackson has ties to the NFL. He's coaching NFL receivers. What is it about the Longhorns that you like, and why could they be a realistic option to see you in the Burnt Orange sometime?
To be honest, I got there because it was just home, man. I didn't visit it there before Coach Jackson was there. Coach Jackson got there, and he just turned it on from there. As soon as he got there, he wanted to communicate with me and stuff like that. So it just showed all the love that he got for me and that he really wanted me at that school. You know?
Is that a prime example of relationships and recruiting?
Definitely, I'm big on communication.
I see a lot of lanyards and stuff hanging off your back on a lot of trips. But one of those trips I know that probably is pretty important to you is LSU. Not only is LSU really stepping into Duncanville really hard right now, it's a program that's always relevant in Texas, relevant in the national picture of college football. What is it about Go Tigers?
Right now, I'm trying to see where my dog go, man. You know, we came back from LSU, and it was just a feeling, you know. So I don't really got too much to say about them, but they treated us like family when we got there, man. It was like we blended in just fine.
Coach Kelly has that program going in the right direction?
Definitely.
For those that don't know, his teammates that are making a decision this week, Colin Simmons, the number one rated player in the class of 2024, giving Duncanville back-to-back. As you're the number one guy in 2025, he's set to announce his decision this Thursday between LSU, Texas, and Miami. And then you have Caden Durham as well, who's set to announce his decision. I can't remember the third school in Caden's mix, but I got it down to LU and LSU. So everybody stay tuned.
What do you think about LSU?
I like LSU, man. LSU is a school that they've always moved the needle in Texas. That's what I think. And just keeping it specific to Duncanville, the player that I've always compared Colin Simmons to is Caleb Chason.
Okay.
Chason is a guy who I had the opportunity to rate 5 stars when he was coming out of North Shore himself. Was a really good player in the playoffs, and that's where I saw Colin step up the most. I don't think Duncanville would have won that championship without Colin's defensive presence. Although this is for my friends back at Dave Campbell's at DCTS, there was one man who picked Duncanville to win the state championship before the season started, and that was Greg Powers. You're talking to him right now. So I was the guy who picked Duncanville, and here's the reason why.
I seen it too.
I feel like the speed on last year's team was the difference maker compared to the Duncanville teams of the past. You had yourself out there out at wideout, and then I feel like Caden Durham's speed was something special. Now, Jameer Willis went down with an injury, but Keelan was able to step up and fill a really big void and kind of grew into that state championship.
Now we had to build him from the start, man. We knew that he ain't had no varsity experience, so we had to welcome him, show him some love, and we had to build him up. Even though he make all the plays, he's still our QB1, so we had to get him right, for the season.
Bigger, faster, and stronger this year too, with some D1 offers to back them up. Duncanville's going to be a team to watch. Thanks to Dakorien Moore, #1 player in the state. Good luck as you go through the season, and of course, as you attack the recruiting process.
Appreciate y'all.